Hello there, welcome back to my channel Joella. So today is Sunday the 24th of January and this video I'm going to try and make quite quick, but you know what I'm like, I say that and 20 minutes in I'm still talking away, but I'm pretty sure if you watch my channel regularly then you'll understand that I'm a bit of a chatterbox. Anyway, I'm also a scatterbrain, so I'll no sooner start talking about one thing and then I'll start talking about something else. Anyway, I'll try and make this video as quick as I possibly can. So today's video is basically an update on my weight loss journey. So I am at the end of week 3 now and I'm just starting week 4 literally today/tomorrow. I kind of start my week on a Sunday or a Monday. It just depends really, and it also depends what food I've got in the house to eat. Well, I'm expecting my food shopping tomorrow, which is Monday the 25th. And I fully intend on recording a haul of the food that I get so that I can add that video to the playlist for you to watch as well. It seems like quite a popular video to watch as well, and I do enjoy watching them myself when other people upload them. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow, all being well, provided I definitely get my groceries, because there's been a little bit of an issue with it online at the minute, but hopefully I'll get it. Anyway, so back to the weight loss update. So at the end of week 1, I'd lost 2 pounds. At the end of week 2, last week, I'd lost 1 pound. The end of week 3 this week, have I stayed the same? Have I plateaued? Have I gained or have I lost? I've lost another 1 pound, a whole 1 pound. However, I'm over the moon with that 1 pound weight loss, and I'll tell you the reasons why. I've literally got some notes written down in front of us, but they're just bullet points, just so that I don't completely get off the beaten track, because you know what I'm like. So if I all of a sudden start looking down, it's just to jog my memory on things I need to mention. But yeah, basically I'm amazed at a 1 pound weight loss this week, because for 3 days solid I had a craving for pizza, right? Day 1 it was tough. I was craving pizza and I really wanted it, but I said no. Day 2 I was still craving pizza, but again I was really tough on myself and I said no. Day 3 I was still craving pizza, so I decided to cave and I gave in to that craving. Now I don't feel bad that I gave in to that craving, because at the end of the day I'm only human. Humans slip when they're on diets, but I don't class it as a slip. I class it as being perfectly okay and being normal. So basically midweek I had myself a pizza, but I had a healthy choice pizza. Yes, it was a takeaway pizza, but for anyone who knows, it was a Domino's pizza, and it was one of the thin bases. Now their thin bases are like paper, which I personally like. I often get them anyway, so I definitely made a healthy choice with the base. And the toppings, it was just vegetables, purely a vegetable pizza, and it was a medium-sized one. It wasn't the large, and it wasn't the teeny weeny ones that you would feed a kiddo. It was just a medium-sized pizza. So yeah, I had it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really needed to kind of kick that craving for pizza, and I knew that if I didn't, 3 days in, I was going to end up binge eating something possibly even worse than that. Plus I was really good with my calories that day. I only had a 200 calorie tin of soup, so it left us a good 1000 calories or more to have a nice pizza and maybe a snack before I went to bed, which I did, and it was fab. I loved it, and honestly, if you're on a diet, I highly recommend, if you're having a food craving, give in to the craving and just a little bit, and try and choose a healthy option within that craving, because yeah, if you don't, you're going to end up binge eating at some point, and that is far worse than giving in to cravings here and there. So not only did I have a pizza midweek, guys, but I also had my Friday night takeout, which we'll have every single week. I'm not prepared to give that up just yet. Like I say, diet's a dirty word to me, and I don't like to think of depriving myself 100% of foods that I really do enjoy and that I look forward to and that I like. So I had my Chinese takeaway on Friday and absolutely loved it. Looking back, I'm thinking, did I stuff my face or did I not? No, I didn't. At the time I felt like I did, but that's because obviously I'm on a bit of a diet, so I'm trying to cut the portion sizes and I'm trying to be a little bit good where I can and swapping unhealthy snacks for more healthy snacks. So when I had this big bowl of Chinese, obviously I felt like I was being a little piggy, but I wasn't being a little piggy, and it actually wasn't all that bad. I still managed a 1 pound weight loss this week, And I think that my weight loss at the moment, definitely not coming from exercise because I haven't exerted myself whatsoever. It's more so coming from the healthy choices that I'm kind of swapping with the snacks, and also trying to cut the portion sizes where I can. This week I haven't massively been cutting portion sizes. I have still been eating quite hefty portions this week. I had a big portion of spaghetti bolognese, I had quite a hefty plate full of Chinese, and then there was another meal I had through the week, and I can't remember for the life of us what it was, but it was a decent sized portion, literally like a little mountain. But anyway, I ate what I needed to eat in order to not feel completely sick when I went to bed with hunger pains. Speaking of hunger pains, I do still get hunger pains. On my channel, through this weight loss journey, I will tell you the good, the bad and the ugly about diets, and the one that I'm currently on. So my diet's basically just tweaking things as best I can, swapping things where I can, cutting the calories down a little bit, cutting the portion sizes, and increasing healthy snacks over unhealthy snacks. That's basically my plan. That's my roadmap for my diet. I'm not following anything specific, and I'm just doing it my own way. But yeah, what was I saying? I've completely forgot, do you know that? What was I starting to talk about? Oh yes, I've managed a 1 pound weight loss, but it's basically through swapping the unhealthy snacks for healthy snacks. That's what I think it is, because I haven't yet increased my physical activity, which I need to start doing. Now I'm talking quite fast here, and I'm whizzing through these topics, and I've got things written out in front of us, and I've probably whizzed through half of them already, but I need to quickly have a little glance just to kind of see, is there anything else I need to talk about? Because I'm sure there is. Now, I didn't take note of exactly what I've eaten this week, which I normally do for the last couple of weeks. Didn't do that this week because I've had a really busy week. One of the things I've been busy with, one is my Jewella box. I've got it finished and boxed up, ready to go. And the other one is hobbies. Hobbies are so important, guys, just to keep your spirits lifted and keep you happy, and generally help keep you a little bit more motivated and keep a smile on your face. So I spent 2 days this week doing what I thoroughly enjoy, which is painting. I love anything arty-farty, as I call it, arty-farty stuff. And I've recently, over the last year, started to do quite a lot of painting. So I spent a couple of days doing that. Really messy, loads of prep work to sort it all out, to get organised, messy while you're doing it, and a very messy cleanup as well. Takes a long time, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's really important to try and find something that you do enjoy doing, especially when you're on a diet. But even if you're not on a diet, it's still an important part of self-care and looking after yourself for your own well-being. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the painting, guys, thoroughly enjoyed it. My great-great-grandfather was actually an artist, so I would say it kind of runs in the family a bit, but I think it's just flukiness whether you're good at it or not, really. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I'm saying I enjoy it. Art is beautiful in its own way, whether it goes right or whether it goes wrong. It's still one of those things that, even if it's different or unusual, it's good. It's all good. Anyway, what else was I going to talk about? The hunger pains at night. I have had hunger pains at night, and I've still kind of gone to bed with hunger pains, even though I've had a healthy snack maybe at about 8 p.m. I've usually had a bag of the Metcalf salt and sweet popcorn and maybe a 10-calorie jelly pot, so it's been under 100 calories for my snacks. But I would advise, you know, if you do get these hunger pains, don't sit there with them hour after hour after hour feeling sick to the point of where you physically feel sick. Make sure you just have a little something just to try and nip a little bit of that craving in the bud, and the hunger pains, basically, you need to kind of keep at bay. You're still going to have them. Honestly, the good, the bad and the ugly, I'll share it all with you. I have still suffered something rotten with hunger pains all week this week, and I'm on to my 4th week now, and I'm still getting the hunger pains. But I've noticed if I have a slightly bigger portion of dinner, I don't get them as bad. So it's like weighing up the pros with the cons. Like, do you eat little and often, or do you eat a good sized dinner? I'm led to believe it's supposed to be little and often, so I'm going to be mixing that up in my diet this week and trying to eat smaller dinner portions, but then eat a little bit and often later on, but before 8 p.m. Because from 8 p.m. at night till 8 a.m. in the morning is when your body's going to burn quite a lot of calories when you're asleep. So to try and keep your intake down after about 8 o'clock at night really is a sensible option if you can do that. if you're in the position to do that. Not everybody is, because some people work night shifts and some people have children and babies who are up all night. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Yes, this week is my week to start up in the exercise. And when I say exercise, I do no exercise. I am completely sedate. I literally could just be a lying down wooden log. I am completely sedate most of the time. Step-wise, I haven't got a clue how many I do in one day, but I don't do many. Because obviously I'm housebound with agoraphobia, like a lot of people know about me. But if you don't, I'm housebound, but never mind. But it doesn't stop us doing steps around the house, so I really need to increase that physical activity this week. I always say about 3 or 4 weeks into a diet and into a healthier eating lifestyle regime is when you should start to look at just increasing a few steps here and there, increasing your physical activity and just to get moving that little bit more, but not enough to make you absolutely starving. Because whenever I've done exercise in the past, whether it be half an hour on a treadmill or whatever, I usually end up at the end of it thinking, I need a Mars bar, or I want like something really sugary, like a packet of crisps, like Doritos and a Mars bar. And that's not the healthy way to go, because the calories you've just burnt off, you're putting straight back on. So yeah, it's, for me, exercise is a bit of a sticky area. It really is, but it's something that you need to ease in with as gently as you possibly can and just start upping it very, very gradually. That's my advice. Not a professional, not a doctor, not a dietitian, not a personal trainer, absolutely hell no. But this is just my experience with diets over the last 15 years of what works for me and what doesn't work for me. You will find your own feet with your diet though, and with your exercise plan on what works for you and what doesn't. Now, in order to lose weight, obviously you need to really be looking at being in a calorie deficit, which is difficult to kind of figure that out, but there's loads of different apps you can get on your phone or on your iPad just to basically help you along with a little bit of guidance with that. I personally don't count calories. I go on a rough estimate of calories. I know roughly how many calories is in things, and that's good enough for me. I don't want to become to being at the stage of being obsessive with counting calories, because for me that's not really an attainable, sustainable life plan. It's more a case of just trying my best, enjoying what I do eat, but trying to make healthier options where I can. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the calorie deficit and exercise. Also, obviously dieting is not easy, guys, and I mean, I have watched other people's weight loss journeys before, and some people don't tell you the ugly truths of it all and the hunger pains that they get, and waking up in the night feeling sick with hunger pains, which I do. I honestly do get that way at times, and it's so hard to say no to food in the middle of the night for me. It really is. I'd be like Nigella Lawson, if you've ever watched her cooking programs. She goes down to the fridge in the middle of the night and she's snacking on something at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah, that'd be me. That would be me to a T. But I don't do that anymore. I used to do it, but when I say I used to do it, not in the fridge. I just used to basically take a packet of crisps to bed, or like a biscuit bar or something. Just something that I could snack on in the night if I got like waking up really hungry. I don't do that now though. I've quashed that over the last couple of weeks, and I found that really difficult. I've literally still woke up in the night needing food, but instead I've took a big drink of juice or a big drink of water, and hoping that that's going to help a little bit. And I think that is contributing to my very gradual and very small tiny weight loss. I really do believe that it is, just by cutting out those middle of the night snacks when I wake up. So yeah, dieting, it's not rocket science. A lot of people do find that they need some kind of accountability. So they do join different weight loss groups, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, you name it. There's loads of them out there. And there's lots of different apps that you can have on your phone to join online groups, especially nowadays with COVID obviously going on. But for me personally, I'm having to use sheer willpower and determination. My accountability is doing this on my channel, because I think I'm going to look like a right tit if I don't stick to it. So yeah, that's my accountability. Not everybody's got a YouTube channel, and I appreciate that. But sometimes partnering up, pairing up with a friend who might be on a similar diet is, you know, holding each other accountable slightly. But ultimately you've got to hold yourself accountable, guys. You really, really do. And I know it's hard. It's mega hard. It's harder than hard. And if you get these little food cravings, like I say, 3 days in and I really wanted a pizza still, I gave in to that, and I don't feel bad about it. I did the right thing, because if I didn't give in to that pizza craving, I think I could have ended up binging on something a whole lot worse, like several bars of chocolate and packets of crisps, which would have been so much worse than a healthy pizza. So that's the way I look at that one. But yeah, willpower alone and determination. Main reason for me wanting to lose weight, truthfully, health reasons. I'm pre-diabetic and I need to try and reverse that, because I do not want to become fully diabetic, and it's not a nice thing to have. And I just don't want to develop lots of nasties as I'm approaching my 40s, so I'm trying to keep it at bay as best I can. Because being housebound, if I had to go to hospital with something that was, you know, induced through being overweight, then that would be my own fault. Whereas if it's something that's not my own fault, then it's different. But yeah, I would still be mortified, because obviously I struggle to get out of the house. But I can talk about that another time if anyone's interested in it, but I'm sure you're not, because it's bloody boring, and it's really not, like, you know, particularly fantastic to hear about. Sometimes it's essential to hear about it though. There's a lot of ignorance out there when it comes to the disorder that I've got, which is panic disorder, and it spirals and ricochets into a million and one other things, but never mind. I'll talk about that another time, very possibly, but not today. So yeah, main reason for me is health reasons. I want to be more healthy, for sure. I want to lose the weight, obviously, for what I look like in the mirror, because when I look out the mirror when I get out the shower or bath, I think I look like Mr. Blobby, and it's not a pretty sight. My husband would say, Julie, you don't look that bad. Yes, you're a little bit overweight, but it's really not that bad. But he's probably just being kind because he's my husband. But when I get out the shower and look at myself, even when I look at myself in clothes, I'm like, ugh, like seriously, ugh, stomach, ugh, it just feels uncomfortable. And it feels uncomfortable to, like, to walk around with, carrying that extra fat and that extra weight. It's just, it's not nice. It's really not nice, and I don't carry it well because I'm only 5'2". I'm a little short arse, so I don't carry the weight very well. I carry it quite evenly, but I don't carry it very well. And I am quite big chested, and always have had quite a big chest, so I need to bear in mind that I'm carrying quite a bit of weight there. But that is something that I had even before I gained weight, so I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. I just hope that as the weight starts to drop off over the next year or two, I'm hoping it comes off my stomach, because that's my target area. That's the main place I want to get it off. So yeah, let us know how your diets have gone this week, if you're currently on a diet. And, oh, sorry, loads of papers just came flying out my, my notebook. So yeah, let us know how you're getting on with your healthy eating, if you're on a healthy eating plan or a diet. I'm so sorry this is nearly 20 minutes. I told you what I was like. Yab, yab, yab. Talk, talk, talk. Honestly, sometimes I just don't shut up. And then I wonder why I get a sore throat most of the time. It's because I talk too much. But anyway, I think that's it in a nutshell for now. Like I say, I haven't done a food plan for this week, but I do get my food shopping tomorrow. So I'm going to do a video haul of the food that I get and talk you through it. As exciting as that is. Some people like those videos, some people don't, but I'm happy to do them because they have been requested lately as well since I did the first one. A lot of people have said, oh, I can't wait for you to do another one. So that kind of encourages me to do another one. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. So this week, a £1 weight loss. I will absolutely take that £1 because I thought I was going to gain. I really, really did. And not because I gave in to the pizza craving, but I just thought I was going to gain a little bit for some reason. But no, I managed to lose £1. If I keep going at this rate with around about £1 a week, I'll be nearly 4 stone lighter by Christmas. I'll take that. I'll absolutely take it. But I'm well aware that I'm going to start a plateau here and there, and I'll definitely need to up the steps that I do around the house. Even if you're just standing doing the dishes, you know, step side to side and listen to some music in the background, which I often do anyway. And yeah, just step around the house as much as you can. Even if you're sitting on the sofa, just sit and move your feet about. Just try and be as active as you can around the house. And sometimes it does help you get to sleep on a night time. Not so much for me because I get insomnia all the time, but it can help you get to sleep for sure by wearing yourself out physically. But not to the point of dropping down. Literally never get to that stage because that's not a good idea. Lastly, apologies for looking a bit rough today. I feel a bit rough today. I woke up this morning feeling like I had the world's worst hangover, and I don't even drink. So yeah, I think I might have a little bit of an infection in my ear at the moment, which is making us feel dizzy and making us feel rotten. So yeah, I had to really encourage myself to try and put a teeny bit of makeup on, even though this isn't a beauty video, not at all. Couldn't be bothered to wash my hair. I could barely get a brush through it. As you can tell, it's like a bird's nest on the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, I just tried to make myself look a little bit more presentable as best I could in order to do this video, because I promised I was going to do them every Sunday, and a promise I really do try my best to keep. So just over 20 minutes in now, that is definitely my cue to say bye. I'm so sorry this video was longer than intended as usual, but you know what I'm like. Yab, yab, yab. Chatter, chatter, chatter. You're used to us by now. But I hope everyone's had a really nice week, and good luck for this week coming. And I will be back tomorrow with a food haul, which hopefully I'll get done tomorrow. Fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. Until then, I hope everyone's well, and take care. Bye.